Hi guys, welcome back. It's Wednesday morning, day 6. So if we look at our microgreen schedule for Wednesday morning, day 6, in the morning we got to unstack and place under our lights our pea and sunflower. And we have our farmers market prep in the morning. And then at the evening is when our farmers market would usually be. So where I live, our farmers market doesn't go year round. It usually starts up, there's kind of like some special events in May, and then it'll go to the end of October. So pretty windy and cold outside, so I don't want to actually set our tent up. Maybe next week when we come around on day 13, if the weather's a little better, I'll actually show you guys kind of our farmers market setup. We'll see how that goes. So we'll show you guys the crops, I guess. So the temperature in the grow room overnight was 77 degrees Fahrenheit and the low was 73. And then our high for the humidity was 31% and the low was 25, and right now it's 30%. So I got this heater turned all the way up, trying to get the temperature up around that kind of 80, 85 to hold it in there for the sunflower, because you'll see the sunflowers are kind of falling behind the peas as they really like the heat. But so I imagine those will be a day behind, but today we'll be able to unstack the peas and water those and actually get some crops on the light, so that'll be exciting. So I'll probably do the peas last, but I'll show you guys the sunflower first. So here's the sunflower. You know, they're coming, but they're definitely a little slower than the summertime. So maybe another 24 hours or so tomorrow morning we'll put those under the lights. It definitely didn't help that day. We had 55 degrees Fahrenheit for all 24 hours when the heater flipped the breaker. I'm not sure which this one is, if this is our radish or our broccoli. So this will be our radish. I'll just knock any of these seeds back up in there. Oops. So you can see they're coming along pretty nicely. I bet you tomorrow morning we'll be able to unstack those. There's a close-up of them. So I'm happy with how these are looking. Here's our broccoli. So we're starting to really germinate nicely. So you can see kind of how nicely those are germinating. Other than where kind of got like some little clumps. So there shouldn't be any issues there, but that's kind of why you don't want to have like any big clusters of seed. They won't be able to make contact with the soil and germinate as well. And you could potentially run into some mold issues, but we'll see how that turns out. With the airflow we have in this grow room and the low humidity, we should be alright. And then our last crop is our peas. So you can tell they're ready to be unstacked. Gotta be careful as I lift these up. So here's kind of a better angle. I'll move this camera. Oops, might be hard with this tripod. I'll just turn this tray a little bit. So if you guys can see, turn the camera, just how it's like, it's almost pushing those bricks off to the left there. Like it could fall off, you know. It has happened before. You leave it one too many days or you get busy and you're not paying attention. Like another day or so, and those top tray might actually push those bricks right into the ground. So just turn it this way. They're probably about an inch and a half tall. It's kind of when I like to generally unstack them. So I'll take the bricks off. Then I'll just put these on the ground for now, and we'll sanitize them later on. I'll show you guys that step. So. And here's our peas. I'm really happy with how they're looking so far. You know, there's nice even germination throughout. I don't see any mold issues or anything like that. So what I'll do now is I'll just top water them. We top water our peas just with our little jug here, and then I'll put them under the lights. Make sure you guys can see it. So for the first watering, since it's so dry in this room right now, like our humidity at 30%, I'll give them pretty good watering. And then the reason why, like even though we top water these trays, that I do have like an unslotted tray with no holes, I guess, below it, is just if sometimes, you know, you get helped. Like last summer I had, you know, some friends and family helping me out, and it might be their first time. And you'll see that they, you know, really overwatered the tray. They'll just be pouring out either, so I'll see where I can put this, I guess. Show you guys the roots. No, I should have done that before. Show you guys the roots tomorrow, I guess. Should also make a bit, well, I should be able to do it. So you can see the roots are still, they're nice and, there we go, the camera's a little bit, nice white, and they're healthy. Bit of water in here, that should soak up pretty quickly. So ideally that's kind of how much I would like when it's this dry in the grow room. You don't want so much in here that it's just like lifting this tray up and like overflowing when you move it. But that should be good. So now that I've done that, I'll move the camera and I'll show you guys kind of where turning our grow lights on. We're on a 16 and 8 schedule, so we're 16 hours we're on and we're 8 hours off. And we just use a little light timer to run it. I'm just down in the corner here. I can go into more detail about this later, but kind of looks like this little timer. Just turns lights on at 7, turns them off at 11, and then that's how that works. Have good luck with that. So I'll just turn the fans on now. Hopefully you guys can still hear me all right. Turn the lights on. So with our fans, the way they're kind of set up, all these fans are blowing the air this way. And then we got a set of fans right here that are blowing it kind of towards this corner where we got this heater and that fan kind of blowing it in a circle. So that's kind of how it's, you know, whirling it around, kind of creating a, I guess, little vortex or so. One thing I'll run and grab quickly is just show you guys the lights we use, because I imagine you'll have quite a few questions about that, so I'll grab a box and show you guys. So these are, see if I can get that in a nice. Lights we're using, they're a 54 watt, 64K, kind of 48-inch light, T5. Get these off of Amazon. That's why I really like them. They look really nice, like, you know, when you're taking pictures for your marketing and everything, you can barely tell they're up there. and they're super easy to install. You know, there's 2 lights on each rack, and they can all connect into each other, so you're not, you know, running 100 different cords and everything like that. So I'll put a link in the description below to where we get these. And if you guys have any questions about our lights, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. I can't really, I guess, think of any more things I can tell you, but I've been super happy with them. The only downside is sometimes they are a little finicky. I think they're only like 48 or 52 bucks Canadian, but you'll have to like come in and kind of turn the bulb and then turn back on. It's the only real downside I've seen with these lights. Other than that, they've been super great. Used them a lot last year, so I've been really happy with them. So, show you the crop once more. Now that we've got our first crop under the light, exciting times. So, there's our peas. You can see we got the fan blowing right over top of it. Got good airflow over it. We just have to make sure we're watering it. That'll dry it out a little quicker, but other than that, that should wrap it up, guys. So, we'll see you tomorrow with our day 7. Thursday, so probably get our schedule. Probably be unstacking sunflower, hopefully, if I can get the temperature up in this grow room. Got to plant some more radish and broccoli, and then unstack the radish and broccoli if that's ready tomorrow. We'll see about that. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. You know, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button because still got 8 more videos to go in this series. So thanks again for watching, and talk to you guys tomorrow.